I did not mean to turn on the stream and immediately start going nuts like this. Okay, let's redo the camera. Alright, okay. I don't know why it does that instead of just going to sleep whenever I step away. Okay, so let's see. Yes, good night, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Oh, we got a bunny emoji, and we got Your Honor, respectfully, Innocent says what? Excellent. All right, so let's continue. Where are we at? Yes, turnabout goodbyes. We were in the middle of some yaoi between Miles and our boy Phoenix. Okay, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Why is my model frozen again? Let me see if I can recalibrate this. Am I awake now? Something changed. Sorry, recalibrating. Very annoying. I don't know if this is a crappy USB connection that I have. I'm just restarting VTube Studio because I have no idea what's going on with this. I will be back momentarily. Yeah, it's a Monday for VTube Studio too. Apparently, it's also sleepy. All right, now things should be okay as long as I know, soak enough there for a second. As long as I do not step away, which I actually will need to do in a bit because I got water under my filter because it takes a while to fill up. Anyway, okay, let's get back to starting this. Okay. Very well. Apparently, the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. I'm gonna call that false. I'm gonna say that won't happen. I can just sit here right now and let 3 minutes pass. Your Honor, with great power comes great responsibility. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Unless you question everything, it will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Or is it the bird? I forgot if they put the bird on stand, but I don't know why I feel like they're going to put the birdie on stand. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Yeah, I'm gonna object. What the hell? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. I want to know who the hell this guy is. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory? Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say. Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. This is so ridiculous. This guy should... I think this is ridiculous. I feel like we would need a letter from some medical professionals saying he's fit to testify. I don't think this guy's fit to testify. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? Cross-examine! Fuck this guy! What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Are you having a heart attack, Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. If it was just after midnight, it was the 25th. I'ma press him on this. Just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? This is so ridiculous. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. See? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats. I'm just pressing him on everything. Is there any way we can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. I don't know. I feel like we can bring the parrot in here. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Okay, so bro is straight up lying. Okay, he could be lying, or he could be, like, very much dementia-ridden, Alzheimer's, memory not working so great thing going on. See, this is why I feel like we need a letter from a medical professional or a psychiatrist or a psychological professional saying that this guy is mentally sound enough to be a witness. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Does a parrot understand their rights to representation? Yeah, see, no, the parrot can only parrot. As in, they can repeat things that they've heard. I don't think the parrot could confirm that he was actually there at that time. They have done some studies with parrots where they do actually have some understanding. They can have some understanding of what they say beyond just repeating certain things, right? So this is for certain birds, but I don't know how they would be able to verify that he was actually there in that location at that particular time. Unless he was, like, narrating the time or something, but, you know, he could do that anytime. So I heard a bang, and I'm just pressing him on everything. Why the hell not? And where did this bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. You figure? You're not sure? Are you certain? Yup. Good, continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? I was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there. What do you mean you figure there were 2 men out there? But you couldn't see them clearly. Yup. At the time, that is. What do you mean at the time? Then I heard another bang. You heard 2 gunshots total. Yup. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Okay. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Okay, tell us about this. By your window. Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's see. The man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Come on, I'm dead again. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Honestly, I am still questioning this man's mental faculties. I am still questioning them. Well, karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Well, what were we supposed to do, not cross him? Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. I don't know, let's object. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Yes. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness' testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I'm just gonna keep objecting. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, no, let's bring in the parrot. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. This guy is very Ferrudo Erica coded. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? We need your help. Nick needs you. Let's pull out the parrot. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant... Oh no, I fucked up again. Okay, we gotta reload. All right. Okay. Let's Oh, hold up. Who's objecting? Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry, what are you doing? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? Oh, 1 second. I gotta respond to me. Okay, and also I'm gonna pull up my cheaty guide just to have it here. Okay, yeah, just to have it around. Okay, get back. Okay, the gunshot. I heard it too. Well, I don't know. I think Larry had an easy time getting in because I mean we didn't see anything about security checks for them to get into the courthouse or anything. So they're just around. Maybe he hid in somebody's briefcase. Don't know how, but he figured it out. His girlfriend taught him how to do that. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Okay, so he was there just watching for whatever reason. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. Trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us this one final chance. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Yeah! Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify, now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. December 27th. Ew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. He's not happy. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. I don't understand why Edgeworth can't be in the little defendant box with us. Like, you know, where they were over there. I don't know why he can't be over there. Like, he also has knowledge of laws and stuff. He should be helping with this. Like, no, he's not representing himself, but, you know, still assuming he went to law school and stuff. Yeah, extra edgy. I'm pretty sure they need to do a new trial if you do introduce new evidence midway through. I'm pretty sure that's what the system would potentially be in the US. It would either be a new trial, or they might not want to delay things, and then they might have to have, like, both sides agree to it and do, like, delays and stuff. But yeah, this is not normally how it works. But this is this future where there's so much crime, where every Case has to be settled in 3 days for some reason. Court's back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me! Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Well, this is only day 2, and I'm pretty sure this is going to take the full 3 days. So, I wonder what else is going to happen. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. Just pressing. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know. Okay, am I going to lose points for this? First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Maybe we can get details on this. Looking for something. Yeah, Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Like, did you see anything? Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. Guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial. People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa, everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. Okay, let's see. Did I... Let's see. Let's check where I'm at. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Okay, so you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick. It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Oh, I have to find something to pull out. I guess I should just start working on the contradiction. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay, let's see what we can potentially pull out. Okay, we got that. Okay, so we had the one that was taken at 11:50. We had the one taken at 11:50 and the one taken at 12:15. Okay, so that's something. Ah, yes. I see Seymour Butts. That's that guy that Bart's always asking for whenever he calls up Moe's Tavern, or one of the guys he asks for. Let me just see, where the heck am I at? We are not in day 3 trial. Let me go back. We are on day 2 trial. Oh, okay, that's... Okay, yeah, it's Lotta's disposition saying she heard 2, so we can get him on that. This bang. Okay. So, yeah, after that single gunshot, I went home. Yeah, let's present this.
Objection!
Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang, you're sure? That's what I said? Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff. Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. What do you mean not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order and stop that booing, Mr. Butts. You were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Hold up, let me save. Continue. Your Honor, please allow this witness to continue his testimony. Let's see if I screwed up or not. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I wonder what that was supposed to say in Japan. I don't know if there's the same freedoms. Anyway, I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. Sure enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, What this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. I'm gonna be nice and not press him on this. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. I was listening to it real booming loud, like, I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it. Yeah, let's hear what the DJ was saying. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. Sometimes they say what time it is. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay, the fact that she said it's almost Christmas, that meant it would have been the first gunshot that happened at, what was that, 11:50, not the next one. Let's see. Okay. So I did cheat for this because, like, I knew, okay, we have evidence that this is, like, you know, the first gunshot, right? I heard two sounds like gunshots just after midnight. So this, yeah, okay, this tells us it's before midnight. No, come back. I'm back. This one. We present this. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor. Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes, but that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Sure. What does this mean? And actually, let's see. Yeah, so they're all saying they heard the two gunshots after midnight, but let's go back here. Shows an empty lake taken at 11:50. See, so I think the first one was before midnight, and the second gunshot, this was the first gunshot, that was the second gunshot that we have back with that. Okay, the two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. How is he more sus than the old man? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? I think he's right. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Right here, bitch! Look at this photo. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photo. It's why this photo exists at all. What do you mean, Your Honor? This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That is why this photo was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case, then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises, yes. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man, clear! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Ah, shit. Dang it, I cannot access the screen to save mistakes. Let's see. It's the camera or the parrot, I think. Those are my guesses. I will cheaty. I will cheaty now. Oh, they said present. Oh, the gun. Okay. Oh, fired 3 times. Wait, how'd they know it was fired 3 times? I should have read these things better. Okay, that's my own fault for not reading. My evidence, the murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. I live places with those gunshot detecting cameras. They're usually in front of liquor stores and not nice lakes, but yeah, I mean, I guess you would need a camera like that in front of a liquor store. Probably not bad for the marijuana dispensaries to have those sorts of cameras too. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai, huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I'm just gonna say guilty. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right? I mean, is this safe? Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mile Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. It was you! No. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could have been innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on this boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Hammond is already floating in the lake. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know and I don't need to know! Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is... Yeah, I had suspicions about this dude. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Oh shit. Well, I mean, I wasn't entirely joking about thinking that the three of them couldn't been on the boat, and this case's flow brings back good Umineko memory. Man, Umineko is peak. I am happy you have read it, and I hope everybody one day has the chance to read Umineko and just experience true peak. Fuck, where did the murder happen? I see no reason to believe that it didn't happen here. Let's just guess here. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Owned, bitch. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Yeah, we're gonna bring in the bird to testify. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Lowry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? caretaker, dude. Edgeworth cannot fire. Edgeworth is not going to be able to fire a gun because he's just going to freak out the minute it goes off. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, jumps in the lake. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? Yeah, let's fucking hear it! What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Dude, you're under oath! What the fuck? Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? Okay, yeah, dudes. Okay, what happened with me? Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Just when it was getting good. Okay, what should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Shit's about to get real? Yeah, certainly seems that way. Get back here, old man. Bro fucking ran. Obviously guilty as fuck. Okay, Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I agree. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. Get off. Yay. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? Oh, last day of the trial is peak. I am very excited to see it then. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Man, why you gotta cliffhanger us like that? Just when it started to get good. Okay, find the place to save. Okay, we'll save here. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? PTSD. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. If he did, it was 100% an accident. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisle somehow. Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? She's 17. Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there. Dude, Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Aha! But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty sus. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry, huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment! Okay, then. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? It's the latent homosexuality. That's why he trusts him. Because, like, they're both gay, and they can sense the gayness in each other, but, like, they still haven't totally come to terms with the gayness. And I look very much forward to reading about this being talked about in detail and explored in detail on AO3 later, but after I finish the series. I'm not doing it now because I don't need no spoilers. Okay, I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. That would literally be me. I don't remember a lot from elementary school. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today and that's final. Okay, it's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Class trial? Yeah, tell us about the class trial. You remember, Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Actually, I remember doing that in elementary school. I mean, my school wasn't that small, though, but yeah, I remember. If you wanted hot lunch from the school, or like the school lunch, you brought in money for it, unless you had low enough income and then you could get like reduced price or free lunch. I don't think we qualified for that, though. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. Why did you have PE class and the teacher didn't collect the envelopes at the start of class? That's my question. So I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief. Okay. Give me back. Accusing him of robbing the bank as a 3rd grader? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. You could literally search his stuff in elementary school and see if he actually had it. Or you could literally, you could scare them into revealing stuff. I got stories about when I briefly worked in some elementary schools. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. Children as lawyers and speedrunning trials seems like a way to fast-track societal dystopia. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, especially when they've had literally like no legal training period. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles. I love how he dressed like this in 3rd grade. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor. This boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Why don't you all just shut up? Okay, Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I'm also wondering, like, at least from what I hear, school in Japan is, like, more strict, I guess, than school in the US. So, like, they actually have time to put on this whole trial. That's just a little surprising to me. But anyway, it was funny. So it's like I was in an elementary school, and I had found out they had said that, like, some kid in one of the classes stole something from another kid. And there's, like, all these, like, random pipes and, like, you know, wires and crap on the ceiling. Or, like, there's, like, other weird fixtures and things in the ceiling, like holding up lights and stuff. It was an older building. And what one of the teachers said to the kid, who they were pretty sure did it, is like, oh, you see all these, like, you know, wires and pipes and stuff? You know, there's hidden cameras up there, and they can see everything you do, and we're going to turn this into the police that you did it. But nothing will happen if, you know, it comes back. And then they said, like, the next day, the item mysteriously reappeared, even though they're like, we're actually no cameras. But when kids are that young, it's a lot easier to scare them and trick them into certain things. I forget what grade this was, but it was definitely younger than 5th grade. So Pokemon and Magic cards were banned from my school due to gambling and thefts. Okay, we didn't have them banned because of gambling. If they banned them for anything, they banned Pokemon and Magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards because kids were playing with them instead of, like, focusing on their schoolwork. They were banned as a distraction. So, yeah, I don't remember too much about theft with that. But yeah, it was like, oh, distraction. So they were banned for that reason. Same thing with, like, you couldn't have a Game Boy. Even at lunchtime, they wouldn't want you to have, like, a Game Boy out, except, like, in the last, like, week or so of the school year. Then lots of things were fun. Okay, let's see. Very well. I will replace the money myself. Do they pay you enough for that? Teacher salaries are garbage in the US. This class trial is over. Wait, I remember when someone stole my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and my dad had the idea to blame someone for it and to get everyone accusing each other of stealing it to flush out who actually did it. Did it work, though? Pokemon is demonic. I didn't go to a Catholic elementary school. Catholic elementary schools, I don't know if they banned Pokemon for that reason. But I know the super Catholic people are not allowed Harry Potter. They are allowed Lord of the Rings. Because J.R.R. Tolkien, he was a good devout Catholic. So Lord of the Rings is allowed for the super Catholics, but not Harry Potter. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. It did not work. Everyone just ended up pissed at me. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you... I guess you didn't recover your Yu-Gi-Oh cards either. That's really sad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't let kids take valuable stuff with them. It's like, yeah, kids steal shit. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident, right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? This is so... gay. If I was a defense attorney, I knew I'd have to... He'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not in court. This is so gay. You couldn't just, like, contact the guy normally. You had to... You couldn't just try to contact him normally. You had to go become a defense attorney first. This is so ridiculous. You didn't try sending the guy a letter in the mail? You didn't try hitting him up on MySpace or whatever the Japanese equivalent was then? You go to law school just to meet this guy? This is crazy! Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. Okay, why are we freezing again? Check sometimes I move the camera and that unfreezes me. Okay. Alright, I'm unfrozen. He's in pain and no one's on his side. Would this actually be categorized as enemies to lovers? Okay, well, they were friends. So, is friends to enemies to lovers? But I have to see how the game ends, because right now, I would say Phoenix and Edgeworth, they very much have divorced energy. And I'm a huge fan of divorced energy. I think it's great. Like, that's like what Eva and Natsuhi and Umineko have going on. They have major divorced energy. I ship it. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You still look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That'd be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. Once again, not guilty and innocent are 2 completely different things. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I don't think he deserves respect because he does not give respect. To the judge, anyway. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things, in court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth. If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. I'm kidding. This case is finally closed on paper. It will never be erased from my memory. Okay, he can't help us with the bird. I'm not gonna traumatize him by showing him that picture. Alright, let's move to... Let's go back here. Alright. Hey, pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now really know who did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. That old caretaker got away, yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Him! I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Yeah, honestly, the boat shop guy being the murderer still feels strange. Like, this dude just looks like a homeless man with dementia. It's an act. It's all an act. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Yeah, why would you, like, leave the bird alone? That is, like, truly unforgivable. I mean, yes, you're a murderer, but this is, like, that's very bad, too. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Right now, the bird's gonna hate me. Oh yeah, Polly did know the number to the safe. 1228. Okay, let's open it. Keeps it locked, so there must be something of value in there. Not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. Okay, oh, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Following Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Whatworth? Edgeworth. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain, this letter is an amazing clue. Loads of people would want revenge on him. What are they talking about? He's a prosecutor. How many people has he put in prison? Okay, she said she's missing her show. R.I.P. Everything's cold. Looked like he didn't turn the heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Man, the bird needs the heat! Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, fish they caught, right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away, except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. We did see him. Okay, yeah, let's see. What do you mean he's out? He literally just told us, come by my office if you found anything. And this dude. Oh yeah, I guess we should show Edgy Boy what we found. See this letter. This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance, wait, maybe. Yeah, maybe, yeah, that makes sense. Talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yana Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. We'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yana Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. And you haven't seen a medical professional about this? I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, stop breathing my air. It seems insane that you would shoot the other person instead of, like, shooting holes in the elevator ceiling or something to get air in from other places. British people don't go to therapy. I mean, I know therapy's not really much of a thing in Japan either, but if it's like literally the same dream every single night, like I feel like you could go to a regular doctor about that. It doesn't necessarily need to be a therapist. I mean, he does need therapy, obviously, though. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. And with that scream, I wake. It was a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Yep, they do. Maybe it was I who killed my father. Okay, if you want to uncover those memories, you gotta go to, like, I don't know how much science has been done on, like, hypnotists, but I know that some of those people can, like, help get stuff out, or, like, go to a therapist and they can help you get stuff out. It was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Now are you gonna show up, buddy? Okay, you're here. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Yeah, what do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. Sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. It's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. Verbatim, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Miss Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? This is crazy. It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Not his own sake, he never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I have literally no idea. I don't think it was Edgeworth. Yo, let us guess. Should we guess Von Karma? Maybe it was Yanni Yogi? It's one of these two. I'm gonna cheat. I'm a cheaty cheat. Actually, no. Let's actually. Nah, I'm not gonna cheat. Let's save. Let's guess Von Karma, because that's funny. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right. What the fuck? This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. They were still writing stuff by hand? I figured they'd be using typewriters. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself? What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Okay, let's go talk to you again. Okay, I guess we don't have new information. Alright, let me look up where I'm supposed to go now. I'm using the cheaty guide for this because I'm just like too many places to check. Okay. Oh, okay, they said go to the records room. Alright. Let's see if now we can go into the records. Why is it telling me to go in the records room when I don't have the option to do that? What's it say? Oh, we gotta talk to the other guy more. Okay, let's go back to... If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. What if? What if? What if? Theory time. Okay. What if? You know how there's like the escape things in like the elevator? Sometimes there's like a little thing you can open in the top of the elevator for like repair people or whatever. So like what if Von Karma knew that Gregory Edgeworth was gonna screw with him, was gonna mess with him, was gonna ruin his reputation by like exposing him for like falsifying testimonies and evidence and stuff, and he went in through perhaps a little top, you know, he somehow got into the elevator and he shot him, and he actually did it, and he set this whole thing up. I bet you he did it. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if this is crazy as the small bombs theory, but maybe he did it. We're gonna find out. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. He did it. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Or what if Von Karma, like, paid the other guy to do it? I mean, he couldn't have predicted the earthquake, but he's in on this. This is sus as hell. If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Thank you, Mr. Grossberg. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. The police materials. Okay, now I guess we can go look in the records room. Summon your inner battler phoenix. Let's go. Man, you know, like, the more I play this game, the more inspiration I see. Like, the more I see elements of Phoenix and Battler. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out records room again. Well, now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. What the fuck? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Well, this isn't suspicious at all. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Yo, what's this open file cabinet, huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking at it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick. The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Von Karma? You. How do you know my name? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team. Ahem. I beg your pardon, you see, I really remember defense attorneys. They were like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. Oh my god, this guy. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So, Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Von Karma low-key kind of goaded for his sheer assholishness. Okay, I agree, but I think Erica is worse. I think Erica Umineko, I think she's worse. Gotta do a comparison. I think she's worse. Well, what about this letter in your handwriting, bitch? This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a Yeah, should I have done that? Nick, what is that thing? Stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me the letter. No. Well, what are you? Nick, run! Man, Maya, she is the VIP. Out of my way. Why didn't you run when she told you to run? Dumbass. This is Malaka behavior right here. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? There's no cameras in here? This is like a police precinct, and you don't have cameras in here? Seems a little ridiculous. But it's like, man, the ball's on him to, like, to commit assault, a crime, with a weapon that he may not even have legally in a police precinct. Like, damn. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter, did he take it? Oh yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya? She's holding something. What is that? A bullet. DL6 is evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Yo! Let's see. Oh, ballistics markings. Yo, I bet you it was the same gun. I bet you it was the same gun. Dumbass. Dumbass probably used the same gun. Didn't even bother to get a new gun. That's just insane to me. Use the same gun. Sorry, my voice changed. Ah, come on. I was readjusting my, what's it called? My headphones. I guess. Why? Just when I was on a roll. Just when I was on a roll. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm back. Okay, yeah. I bet you this dumbass was using the same gun, which is just like... it's just funny, because like I've read about, or I've seen some documentaries on the black market in terms of like weapon sales, where you can get a gun cheaper if the gun is hot, meaning the gun has already been used to commit a crime, right? They'll tell you that the gun is hot, right? Because, you know, if you get a gun that's hot and you use that gun to commit crimes, then it could like tie you to other crimes, and it's like, you know, worse to have a gun that has been used to commit other crimes as opposed to having a gun that's never been used to commit a crime and you commit your first crime with this gun. Don't commit crimes, and don't commit crimes with guns. Anyway, yeah. Very stupid of this guy to use the same gun. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Yes, I would like to save. December 28, 9:51 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it, Judgment Day. Today, things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. And now, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Let me see, yeah, pal. What's gotten into that girl? Detective. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? Can't we just fingerprint the guy? Like, if this guy's a bailiff, certainly they have his fingerprints on records. I'm pretty sure if you like work in, at least the case in the U.S. or in my state is if you want to work in law enforcement, they fingerprint you for that job. Same thing like if you're going to be working in a public school in any capacity, they fingerprint you, right? But that's like part of a background check. So I am sure somewhere his fingerprints are on file. So even if the dude doesn't remember his name, they can fingerprint him. Um, why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. All right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. All right, yeah, it's the big day. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well, please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. So fingerprint the man! Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't press on random things. I did see the bar pop up. I caught you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. No, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see? She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see? The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Oh, please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Yeah, you do. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cougar's codger's head? Or is that it's impossible? No, we'll bring out the bird. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. We got anything here? No, that bitch took the letter. You say you had no motive. I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yeah. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. Yanni Yogi. The former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove that is Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor. Please take this man's fingerprints. I called it! I called... Oh, no, wait, wrong one. No, wait, wrong one. Where is it? No. Where is it? Where's the happy? Where's my happy? I'm up. No. Yeah, I called it! Then, we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. I'm still working out remembering my hotkeys for my expressions and stuff. Okay. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness had... Oh my god, this guy burned his fingerprints off. The dude burnt... Oh, come on. See, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. Neither did I. What do I do? I know what to do. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little... Yeah, I was about to say. Bring the parrot in. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. I mean, I was gonna suggest it if he didn't. Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object. You were the one who mentioned it. Yeah, you were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At last. At least. Sorry, I gotta say that. I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello. Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Hey, have we forgotten something? We need to bring in Charlie, the bird law expert. Yes! Yes, for real! I wonder, I gotta look it up, if the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode on bird law, did it come out before or after this Phoenix Wright came out? I wonder. Let's see. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Polly to say that here. That will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. We forgot. Hello, hello. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? You gotta say Polly first. Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Wait, what happened to me? Why does this... Okay. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello. Okay, let's, Hold it! Okay, we got the safe number. What a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. 12/28. December 28. I say Von Karma probably thinking, of course, the parrot witness gambit. How predictably amateur. Ah, yes, I haven't seen this kind of witness since the Heian era. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to his safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. Case summary. Specifically the date. Okay, I got it. They were freaking me out there for a second. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident. December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 12/28. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 001 because I'm number 1. Why would you just tell everyone that? That has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone. It is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, getting closer. One more. We could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parent. Well, I guess we should try to get some information. Okay, that's... Let's try to ask the other thing about her name. Okay. Does it have anything to do with the owner's identity? I gotta cheat a little bit. This little bit. Where's the parrot? Okay. Oh, it does. Okay, we gotta present the file again here. Do you claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof, Nick. So you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. And all we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. Proof that the parrot's name is... Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file? It's, suspect data. Okay, this I do not think I would have gotten on my own, actually. It's freaking weird. The page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. Oh, I forgot that! It was his fiancée... Oh, Polly Jenkins. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Wait. This dude has children? This dude had children? This dude had time to get laid and have a family when he's like this? That's surprising. Think we've reached a conclusion here? This is a mere coincidence, that all. True. I feel like this guy getting laid is so much weirder than, like, Virgil getting laid. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop, immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Called it! Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me, I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well, will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth, Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. Okay, back. So, what do I do? We have to trust our boy. Also, I cheated. Okay, no, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean? In the incident where your father died. From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6. The statute of limitations, which ends today. The culprit is me. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy! Nick, what are you doing? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it, in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here, in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. I think everyone here, including spectators, require a psychiatric evaluation after this trial. Yeah, that sounds about right. Why did I freeze again? I don't know why I keep freezing. I have to pick a day to actually sort out what the heck is going on with this and why this keeps happening. Frozen again. Okay, unfrozen. Okay, I'm not frozen. All right. Okay, Miles Edgeworth, take the stand. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Camera issues. Have you tried unplugging it and replugging it? I have, but what's weird is I think the USB thingy on my computer, it's like not in there to its best ability. I might try putting it in another USB slot. Okay. I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. Here's the thing. The gun just fell down. Like, I don't think Yogi dropped it. I think it came down from the top of the elevator, and Von Karma's the one who put it there. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. No issues, we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Let's find out a little bit more about this. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. How does it just fall out of a holster? And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. Later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once. Yes, I think. After I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, it echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. Scream? It was a terrible scream. Tell us about the scream. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. Part of the testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. Better find out quick. Okay, let's do this again. Alright, let's see what we got. Wait, and an elevator was oxygen. Air was depleted. No clues found on the scene. Wait, so the gun wasn't found there. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yo, okay. Alright, we got it. Okay, a single gunshot, then a scream. Alright, let's... Objection time. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page contradict... fuck, what page was it? I was just looking at it. I'm cheating for this because I can't pull the thing up again. Oh, no, wait. I can pull it up again. I can pull it up again. And I need to cheat. Victim data. Okay. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? As I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Let's check this again. I want to say yes. Can we save now? Okay, cool. We can save here. Okay, we can save. We're gonna save. Just in case I'm wrong, so we don't have to go play through everything again. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? This is my guess. Oh, okay, that was the wrong evidence. Try again. Okay, let me cheat this time. Cheaty time. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a photo. Okay. I should have been looking at this stuff more. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. Oh yeah, because there's another hole in the window. So let me get this straight. Oh. Okay, I just missed that. Okay, please get a clue. It should be obvious the contradiction is here. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from a pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incidents, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Yeah, because you took the gun. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. No, it went through the glass. What are you talking about? That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. No, it's not. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. No. Okay, Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. Sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, especially someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Magic doesn't exist, no. I was about to say, man, what if there was a 4th person in that elevator? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well, the statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. I have an objection. I don't know what my objection is yet. I'm gonna figure it out. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick. I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. Where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. Second bullet! It existed! This is so Lumineco coded! But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping. It's just... someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer? The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. No, it's Von Karma. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? If the murderer had to find it to set this shit up. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet was... I want to say it would be proof, but I'm gonna check what the answer should actually be right now. Like, I swear they had to have taken it just to, Oh, I was supposed to say the murderer didn't need it, so... Fuck, I didn't say it before this. No, I'll just say the bullet would be proof. It's a special bullet, so they use it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right, Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? We have to penalize you, fine, whatever. Whatever, or have spent the time to look for that stray bullet. Haven't gotten a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murder, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Think Battler! Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? Okay. It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You took a vacation. You took a vacation, you know? You took a vacation. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean there was a fourth person in that elevator. The murderer came from outside. Somebody else outside, hidden on the island. The two men fight inside the elevator. It's the third person on the fourth person, you mean? Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. no one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Yeah, this bitch was on a vacation. Dude was recovering. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. Yes, I called this a while ago. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you've indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say it now? Yeah, say it now! Your Honor. There is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who's your suspect? Oh my god, say it! Von Karma. Von Karma? Yo, he's smiling like he's smug as fuck he did it. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Object. I see no need why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth, I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So, what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. I mean, you can, depending on where they are. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Yeah, we can show evidence. We're gonna metal detector you. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma is shot is... Yo, fun fact, so my grandfather was in World War II, and he was shot. I believe they took the bullet out of him, but he was also wounded by shrapnel from a bomb, I think in Battle of the Bulge. And yeah, we had a metal detector at one point, and we did put the metal detector over his arm, and it beeped. So, yes, we can do this. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma, you. It was you. I'm afraid this was happened. And so I remain silent. What bullshit are you gonna... What bullshit is this guy gonna make up? Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Let's get it out of you right now and check the ballistics markings on it. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Hold on. Okay, let me try to unfreeze myself. Let's move this camera a bit. Okay. When I was in jury duty, at least in America, the judge told us the burden of proof is on the prosecution, not on the defense. Mr. Wright, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. We got your ass. You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have my proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Here's my final proof. This is the only thing I can guess to, so we haven't used this yet. That's a bullet? Where'd you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Why do we have to re-explain this? These people should know this. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Did he have a heart attack? Or is this just a standard crash out? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. I hope I can't breathe. Okay, let's... Away. Get away from my father. Bang. I will now show you next level of logic. Call it lateral link. It's that scream. What was that meme from? That meme is familiar as hell. Was that a Numeneko meme? Yes. Would not be that. It's that scream. I heard it in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma. It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. Oh, it was an Umineko anime meme. Okay, I need to see the Umineko anime. I haven't seen that. I know it's terrible, but I need to see it. You know, just for the sake of seeing it. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. See, at least he has enough pride to admit when he lost. He just wanted to give his dramatic courtroom speech and be the center of attention. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. Heh. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. I wonder what level of politeness he used in Japanese here. Did he just say domo? Did he say domo arigato? Did he say domo arigato gozaimasu? Did he say... There's a more polite way than that to say it. I want to know what level of politeness he was using here. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Just got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life's over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. Your girlfriend broke up with you again, I bet. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Yeah, she left you. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah. What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38, exactly. Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. Larry, it was you! What are you surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should be giving that money back to the teacher. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Okay, after seeing this stuff about, like, Edgeworth wanting to punish himself, I wonder if he's usually the bottom in the yaoi art. Which is interesting. I will check after I finish the series. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What the fuck? What do you mean? Why is he still in detention? Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts, huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick. Maya. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Okay, yes. We better stop this. Still trying to get Phoenix to switch. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious. You know what? I'm gonna finish the series before I make my judgment of who I think should be the top and who I think should be the bottom. Personally, I do like it when they switch it up sometimes, but I'm gonna have to see. But I know that my tastes usually do not mirror what the rest of the fandom chooses. Especially for yaoi. A lot of the time with hetero ships, but not all the time with hetero ships. Okay, wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up.
Take that!
Bullet? Yeah, you got the bullet. Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Oh man, this looks like the VTuber graduation thumbnail for the cover. Cover for the graduation announcement stream. Like the sunlight, the tears sparkling in the sun. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Oh, credits. Okay, so I think this may be what up to what I solved in the when I played this game years ago. The case after this I did not get. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Okay, they're just giving us. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Okay, let's see. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Hell yeah, you have the bonus case added after the original GBA release to finish now before... Wow, I didn't realize this was originally on Game Boy Advance. So I played it on DS. Who, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh milk, you see. Phoenix Wright? See an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're... Okay, whatever. I'm not reading this shit. I know what a DVD is. Everything is there. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at, anyway? She living in the boonies. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It's kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. I wonder if it was Old Bag. Or is it the dude? Is it what's his face? The guy that was playing Steel Samurai. Okay, yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy, homie. I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. I bet you it's, Mia. For real, now that's talent. I'ma be famous. Remember the 5th case being long, but also really good. Yep, Mia's there. Man, Miles was like looking at Edgeworth like, you know, like he's checking him out. There was some lust in those eyes. Brand new episode has been added. Okay, so we will finish the stream tonight, and tomorrow we will start the next episode. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please comment and like and subscribe. Do blurry images of Bigfoot count as evidence? Depends on the case. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, thank you so much for... Yeah, I can't wait to rise from the ashes. Baby... Oh, yeah, it's the next one. So that one I did not finish. I had this on DS, but I was never able to make it through this case. So I'm very excited to finish this and then get on to the next games, because I have not seen the next games at all. So I will be going into the games after this totally blind. This one, I don't remember the rise from the ashes, but yeah, all I know is I didn't finish it on DS. So I kept getting really stuck somewhere, but I have no shame. I will cheat now if I need to cheat. Or the chat can help me. That's okay too. Anyway, again, thank you for watching, everybody. Good night, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you may be watching from. Thank you for watching, and bye.